You right there, ladies and gents, how's it going? I'm out on the beta doing another solo ride. This time I'm in Surrey. Last solo ride I did was down in Sussex. Yeah, as you can see, it's a bit chilly.
Keep that bar rubber side down.
I wanted to keep doing that little map overlay thing that I did on the last solo ride. I think that worked quite nicely, and there was some changes I wanted to make to that to make it a little bit better. But yeah, today I haven't got a route plotted. I'm just free riding, so to speak. So I've not got the app all set up to plot the route for me. So apologies for not following on with that. I will do that in the future on more organised days out. But because we had this cold snap and the snow came, I thought it'd be fun to get out and just have a little play, see what it's like. And so far it seems a doddle. It's the tarmac that's more scary though. Right here, this is all ice here. I don't really know how much riding I'm going to be able to get done through the rest of this winter. All depends how long this cold snap lasts. Yeah, I mean, tarmac riding, like I was saying, isn't much fun when it's all icy. So yeah, I'm not going to put myself in harm's way. On the Aprilia or my other road bikes, if there's potential for black ice and stuff. Yeah, I just don't want to trash myself or the bikes, you know. Ugh. I really should stand up. I know I should stand up. Get stood up. Oh. It'd be a chilly day. I don't think it's as cold today as it was over the last few days. Is this all icy? Let's get... Yeah, this is all icy here. Oh man. Yeah, it is chilly, but it's not as cold as it has been. I was going to be testing out my new gloves. I got some Wintery Adventure off-roady gloves. They're from a company called 5 or something like that. And they're great, and they're nice and tight fitting to my fingers and all that sort of stuff, and they are warmer than motocross gloves, but it is too cold for them today, so it's a full-on road winter gloves I'm wearing, and even there my hands are very cold. I'm already missing the heated grips on my Aprilia. I'm not going to do anything technical today, just because this icy stuff could be a little bit treacherous on some of the harder lanes, so I'll save those ones for when it's a bit warmer, and probably for when I'm out with someone else rather than solo riding. Now along here will be pretty horrible. It will be pretty horrible. I'm riding really badly. It's okay when it's dirt, but when we've got the stone underneath, yeah, the ice will just have me off. It'll have me off. I've dropped the pressure down in my rear tyre for today, just because I imagined it was going to be a bit more slippery than it is. I'm not saying it's not slippery, but I just thought it was all going to be a bit scrabbly for grip, but it's really not too bad in the dirt. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to stop a little bit more often than I would normally, just to get some heat back in my fingertips. My little finger, my pinky finger on my left hand, I can't feel that at the moment. I was going to come out yesterday when there was going to be more snow around, and I just couldn't get out of bed. There was just no motivation whatsoever, and I think it's partly to do with the cold. I always hate winter, really. I hate winter. the only joy I get from it really is riding the dirt bike, because it's a bit more challenging. I shot myself in the foot a little bit yesterday, but I'm quite glad I did wait until today, because it's a little bit warmer today. I'm not saying it's a lot, but a little bit warmer today, and the sun is shining and all that, so it's definitely a better day for it today. The throttle on this feels a little bit snatchy at the moment. I don't know why. I've got it in the wet map, so it should all be nice and soft. Maybe I need to give my air filter a clean or something, I don't know. It's really struggled to get started. It could be a cold thing, that though, because the bike has been sat in my garage through all this frostiness. I don't need to put this bike's battery on a tender when I don't use it for periods of time, because it's a lithium battery on it, same as on my Aprilia, which means that I know the battery is generally going to be pretty good. But lithiums, the batteries, they don't really like the cold. It takes them a little bit to get the current flowing through them again. I thought it might be just that the battery was a little bit weak. Yeah, I thought it was that the battery was possibly a little bit weak, but it was turning over, no problem at all. I just wasn't sparking, or wasn't firing, whatever, I don't know. Hello birdie. Silly birdie. See, every now and again my fingers sort of feel absolutely fine, and then a few minutes later they go into super cold again. So yeah, I just need to keep the circulation going. I'm being very lazy and just sitting down, but this is a very easy trail. I don't need to stand up on everything, do I? I know I tried sort of conditioning myself to do that. I certainly used to always ride my previous beater, the Out 4.0, standing up whenever I was on dirt. It was a good habit to get into. It meant that standing up feels a lot more natural, but it's not always necessary. Along here it's easier standing up because it's a bit whoopy. But when it's all graded and flat, like Wolverton's Lane is, just not needed. Yeah, you really wouldn't know we'd had a cold snap looking at this field here, apart from this little bit of frost here. Yeah, it's almost summery. It's not, it's bloody freezing indeed. Yeah, my toes and fingertips are the problem today. I'm only wearing 2 t-shirts underneath my jacket, because I know I get quite warm riding even when it's cold. So ooh, it's well slippery here. Oh, getting a bit twitchy. It's alright, but you can feel there's a definite lack of grip along there. Glad I let the pressure down a bit on my rear. I remember this lane of old. It was tough before they graded it. So slippery. I wouldn't even attempt it, certainly not by myself, this time of year with how it used to be. Just like ice, even when there was no ice, just when it was wet, it was like ice, all the wet chalk. But it's a lot better now. But yeah, I'm just wearing a couple of t-shirts, a short sleeve and a long sleeve t-shirt under my RSTs. I haven't got the winter lining in it either. And I'd forgotten this was it. Yeah, I've not got the winter lining in it, and my body, my torso, is okay on the trails. It's a bit chilly out on the tarmac because you're going a bit faster and more exposed and stuff. But my wrists, fingertips, and toes are not warm. I will see how it all goes, and maybe just have a short ride today rather than a longer one, because there's a point when the challenge becomes not fun, when you get cold, and I ride for fun, and I'm not going through icy puddles unless I have to. I don't know if it's a thing. Someone told me that you can get cold shock on engines, like a hot engine, because you've been revving it and riding it and stuff like that, and you go through icy water, you can crack pistons and stuff like that. I don't know whether that's an urban legend or not, whether it's a thing that I need to worry about particularly. I just don't want colder, wetter feet, because wet feet right now would be a nightmare. Alright, what's this like here? There's grip. I'm very conscious that I sniff quite a lot. Jeez. Mr. Fish would have to drop a duck for that one. I'm very conscious that I sniff quite a lot when I'm riding out in the cold, and I do try and edit it all out, because I know it's not pleasant for you to hear me sniffing and snuffling and all that sort of stuff. But if I do miss the odd one out because I'm mid-speaking or something like that, I do apologise. I do edit out an awful lot of garbage from my videos. Some of you might not think I edit out enough garbage, like any of it with me talking in. It's so nice getting out. I'm really glad I kicked myself in the backside today and actually did do the thing. I did the deed, because if I'd not, I haven't actually got a lot of other spare time where I can ride, and it's good for my brain to get out on a bike, it really is. Yeah, we've got a works Christmas party this week. I'm having some surgery, only minor stuff, nothing to worry about. And I'm also doing an overtime shift at work, just because someone's had to take some compassionate. Yeah, it's a short week off for me, and it feels like it's going to go very fast. I was supposed to be going up to London, up to the Imperial War Museum on Saturday with my sisters. There was a VR experience going on up there which looked quite interesting, and we were going to walk around the War Museum there as well, which is something I don't think I've ever done. I might have done it as a child, but I've certainly not done it as an adult, when I'd be in a position to appreciate it. So I was really looking forward to that, not just for that stuff there, but also seeing my sisters. But thanks to the train strikes, we've had to cancel. Thankfully we hadn't spent any money out on it, because I'd have been miffed, I'd have been proper miffed if we'd bought tickets and stuff like that and had to lose out because of the strike action. I'm not going to get into whether I agree or disagree with that sort of stuff. I know I wasn't allowed to be in a union or strike or anything like that when I was in the military, and I've not joined a union where I work. But hey, we all enjoy the pay rewards that these people work for us. But I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me striking, but I don't judge. It's just not something I do myself. Ooh-wee. This is nice, this is nice. I'm having one of those warm finger moments at the moment, which is good. I don't know whether that means I'm getting hypothermia. Tunnel time! I like these little random tunnels that we have around here. They're kind of cool. They don't serve much of a purpose, but they're kind of cool. Right, and that's the end of that lane. Right, where next? I guess Newton's Corner way. Oh, and while I've got you here, I wanted to do a proper shout out to Sports Bike Shop. I've made another video where I'm actually singing their praises. You're going to think I'm being sponsored by them or something. I'm not at all. I like shouting out for good customer service, and they have really looked after me this week. Admittedly, I think it was only right of them to do so, but I bought this crash helmet in March or May or something like that, so I've had it a little while. but I've always used the iridium visor on it, never used the clear one, so that sat in my cupboard, in its little holder, not being used, so it was effectively a brand new visor. And I thought, because it's winter, I'd put the pin lock insert in that and start using that one, just so if it gets dark and stuff I can see where I'm going, which makes sense, eh? But the pin lock pin snapped. It just snapped clean off when I was inserting the visor. It was a bit of a weak point, but because they class the visors as degradable and stuff like that, because they scratch and whatever, it wouldn't normally be covered after that sort of period of time. But I mean, it was brand new, it hadn't been used, so it was only right that they said that they'd replace it. But I do appreciate where they're coming from, and I appreciate them just being generally good at customer service all round. Right, I need to warm up a little bit, because my tootsies and my fingertips are freezing. So I'm going to have a cup of tea or hot chocolate or something, I think. And assess what we're going to do next, if anything. Right, well, a very tasty hot chocolate, thank you, and Newlands Corner. Alright, well, I think this is going to be my last lane of this video. It's just too cold, it's too cold. My body's fine, my upper legs are fine, but my feet and hands are just not having much fun. It's a glorious day. I definitely am not hanging up my leathers. I'm just going to be picking and choosing when I get out on the bikes a bit. So you might find that that means there's a little delay in the regularity of my videos. I don't know. I'll try and keep going with one video a week. You can only do what you can do, though. And I'm not going to kill myself just to roll out a silly YouTube video. But yeah, anyway, thank you for joining me for this little spin. Although it's not really been very much of a conversation about much, just random natterings. So I hope you enjoyed, and if you didn't enjoy the natterings, I hope you enjoyed the ride. But yeah, alrighty. If you are new to the channel, please do click that subscribe button. It would be great to have you come back for some more. If you like the video, give it a little thumbs up. If you didn't, you can always give it a little thumbs down. But please also drop in a comment. It'd be very awesome to hear from you. Anyhow, you ride safe, take care, and I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.
Keep that rubber side down. You know, you gotta keep that bike rubber side down.